In my last video, I talked about triggers, and I talked about that is where you start when it comes to shadow work. You're going to want to start with noticing your triggers. So now you've noticed your triggers. Now what? Because obviously that is just the beginning of the work. You haven't really even started shadow work yet. This is the acknowledgement that there is some work to be done, and it is a way to find out what lies beneath, and that is starting with the triggers. But now, after you've noticed those triggers, we got some work to do. So noticing the trigger is step one. But step two is asking yourself a very important question. And this question has nothing to do with the other person. Sometimes when I'm working with people, they'll want to say things like, well, they made me mad, or they did this, or he said that, she said that. This has nothing to do with the other person. You are going to face the mirror and you are going to look inside. This is about you. This is about your evolution. This is about your healing. This is about you embodying your complete self. What emotion is coming up in your body? Is it rejection, fear, embarrassment, not feeling seen? I really need you to sit with what feeling is underneath that trigger. And remember, in the last video, we talked about being honest with ourselves. This is work between you and you. So be as honest as possible, because if you do not, you are not going to be able to do this to your best of your ability if you are continuing to lie to yourself, which is what we've been doing all along, which is why we have these shadows, because we've acted like things weren't a big deal. We've acted like things didn't bother us. We've acted like it was okay for parts of us to shut down because they were deemed unworthy. But it's not okay. So we're digging, and we're being truthful with ourselves, and we're unraveling, and we are blossoming. Your trigger is just the alarm bell. The trigger is like ding, 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 ding. There's a problem here. We have a problem. That's what the trigger is. The work starts when you recognize what that problem is and start dealing with that emotion. So notice the trigger, name the emotion. Now let's trace it to the past. Let's see where this origin story is for this emotion that has elicited this trigger. The origin story is very important because we want to dismantle whatever that is, whatever it is that made you feel like you weren't enough, or made you feel like you had to hide that part of yourself, or feel ashamed of that part of yourself. We want to really dive in and do our work there.